What if I told you that you can make $1,000 in a week and God tells you exactly how to do it? 3 lessons straight from the Bible on how to make $1,000 in a week. Stay tuned and I'll explain more. You heard me right. $1,000 in a week. And the crazy part is over 60 million Americans have the skills to do it right now, but none do it. Why aren't people doing it? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I'll tell you why. Because they don't know any better. They're not taught any better. They don't grow up learning what it is to become wealthy. There's several different reasons. There's 7 different points on why people stay where they're at and don't become wealthy. First one, I was guilty of all of these. But the first one's going to be living paycheck to paycheck. Period. You go to a job, you pay your bills, you're done for the day, and then you do it again the next day. That's American life, and that's sad, but that's how it is. Second point is going to be the lack of financial education. The public schools and the private school systems do not tell people how to grow wealth. They just don't. They tell you how to go to a job, make enough money to pay your bills, and go back home, and then tomorrow do the next day. That's what schools teach you. The third reason is high debt and interest from credit cards, student loans, home loans, etc. People are drowning in their own debt and they can't get out of it. And there's nothing that they feel like they can do. Right? The fourth reason is people are so scared to take a risk. They're so fearful that if I take a risk, I'm going to lose everything. Life is about taking risks, and people have to understand that. And that's how you grow wealth. Number 5 is there's no plan or clear path. They don't have a plan of action. They don't know what they're doing. They just know they want to do it. You know what I mean? They have a goal in mind, like I want to be rich, but they don't say I want to. You don't want to say I want to be rich. You need to say I want to have $1 million. I want to have $2 million. You got to be more specific with your goals to make them obtainable. And if not, you're not going to obtain them. Right? Number 6 is people always try to do this alone, and you cannot become successful. You cannot become wealthy. You cannot become rich on your own. You got to have mentorship. You got to have guidance. You have to have a support network. Number 7 is emotional spending. What does that mean, Hunter? Well, let me explain. When you're stressed, you're bored, you're insecure, and you start spending money, that's emotional spending. I'm guilty of it. I think about 99% of people are. But that's why 99% of people are not wealthy. Because we have those poor habits, right? 3 lessons on how to fix those habits and to grow wealth, right? Lesson 1 is faith without works is dead. In James chapter 2, verse 17, it says, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. Believing for a breakthrough isn't enough, okay? So God blesses action, whether it's a starting side hustle or you want to offer a service, or you just need to show consistency, period, and take action. Don't wait for the perfect plan, because perfect is not a thing. Remember, there's nothing perfect that's ever going to line up, right? Lesson 2 is use what's already in your hand. In Exodus 4, verse 2, then the Lord said to him, what is that in your hand? God asked Moses what he already had. You don't need a fancy degree or a huge following. You just need your skills, your experience, and your ability to solve the problem, right? So what skills, ideas, or resources are you sitting on that you have not activated yet? Because that is what you need to do. You need to figure that out and activate them. It's that simple. It really is. Lesson 3, which I think is the most important because it has blessed me, I feel like, the most. You got to sow generously to reap generously. In 2 Corinthians 9, verse 6, it says, whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will also reap generously. Generosity isn't just about money. It's about energy, time, service. When you add real value to others' income, starts to chase you. So you're not chasing the dollar bill. That dollar bill is chasing you, which you shouldn't be chasing dollars anyway. You should be chasing something that's Not going to inflate like a dollar bill, but we'll talk about that in another video. The 3 lessons from the Bible is 1, faith without works is dead. Don't just believe for more, act on it. Start where you are and let God bless your movement. Number 2, use what's already in your hand. God equips you with what you need. Your skills, your experiences, ideas are already enough to start earning, but you have to do it. Number 3 is you have to sow generously and reap generously. You have to give in order to get. Serve others with value, time, and effort. What you give multiplies, and income follows impact. Remember that. Income follows impact. God already given you the blueprint. Faith, action, stewardship. Those are the 3 lessons and the 3 principles to make $1,000 in a week, and it's not impossible. It's inevitable if you just continue to stay active in these lessons. $1,000 a week will be nothing. So remember, like, subscribe, share this with someone who might need to hear it, and as always, God bless. Have a great day.